Right, and now it's the big one, Saturday evening, Chelsea against Manchester City. I was speaking to a mate the other day, and he was saying to me that he thinks Man City are the best team in Europe. I don't know if it may be a bit strong, but how do you see this going, James?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game. Actually, I look at the prices. I think kind of Chelsea 7-4, City 6-4, and the draw at 12-5. And I'm afraid it's the draw for me. I mean, Chelsea had that shock defeat on the opening day to Burnley when they finished with 9 men. But since then, they've been really good. 7 wins out of 8. Had that draw with Arsenal when they obviously weren't on top form. But then a great morale boost with the late winner in Atletico Madrid in midweek as well, and of course one at Tottenham, one at Wembley against Tottenham. So I think they've not done too much wrong since that opening blip. And City, play some dazzling football, but this is a test for them. Conte versus Guardiola. It's going to be fascinating how they approach it. Will City continue to pour forward and just believe in the quality of their attacking players, or can Chelsea stifle them? But yeah, the match betting, I mean, the draw just stands out for me, I think.
Okay, yeah, I mean it is as much as a case of two title rivals going at each other, but it's also a clash of approaches really with the two different matches. Who do you see coming out on top, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to get much enthusiasm up for City as favourites at Stamford Bridge. I'm going to sort of go against James really and just go for goals. I think over 2.5 could be the way to go in this one, and then that way you haven't really got to work too hard on finding out the winner. I've been quite impressed with the way that Chelsea have managed to overcome what was a really difficult start in many cases, because not only did they lose that match to Burnley, they then went down to 9 men, they had suspensions, all the players that they brought in late. Hazard was injured. Obviously, Morata, I don't think, was first choice forward. They wanted Lukaku. They got Morata. I didn't expect him to hit the ground running, even though he's a good player. So the fact that he's scoring a lot of goals, I think is a big boost for them. They fully deserve to beat Atletico from what I saw of the game on Wednesday night, and that's a difficult feat really to create as many chances as they did, and that they were definitely in the first half, which is what I saw more of. They were all over Atletico in that game. So I think they've got goals in them. And City, I mean, you mentioned they're possibly the best team in Europe. Will be interesting to see sort of what price they go off against Real Madrid or Barcelona should they draw them in the Champions League, because the fact that they're rated favourites at Stamford Bridge, I think says a lot about what people think of their ability. I just like them, as everybody else does, a lot more going forward than I do defensively. They have been keeping clean sheets. They haven't really been tested for a while, though. Even that Liverpool game, although they won it 5-0 in the end, I mean, Mane's red card made a huge difference in that game, and Liverpool were creating chances against them. Hazard looked very sprightly in Madrid on Wednesday as well. So, I mean, I'm going to keep this one pretty obvious and go for over 2.5 goals. If you fancy City, I mean, Aguero any time, I mean, he's averaging a goal every 78 minutes in the Premier League this season, would be another one maybe to look at. This should live up to the billing, I think.
Yeah, how about give us a quick show of prices, Amanda, and how do you see it going?
Yeah, 7-4 Chelsea, the draw, which James tipped up 12-5, and Man City 6-4, as you know. I'd have to agree with Mark in the over 2.5 goals here. 8-11, it is a bit short, but in the last 5 matches between these two, there has been over 2.5 goals as well. So I think that's a sure bet at 8-11. I'm going to side with a City win. So we have a draw, we have goals set from Mark, but I'm going to go with a City win. But I do think the first half is going to be finding each other out and trying to break down each other. So I'm going to go with a draw half time, City full time, and that's at a very backable 5-1. I think could be a shout.